And we're back from break, back with more Splat Center. Griff Overwald here with Boomer Esiason. We are continuing coverage of Slann versus Amazons. Right now, the Slann are up 2-1. Boomer, your thoughts?
Well, I have to admit that the game has gotten a little bit better. The Amazons have gone to what I've said since the beginning of this game. That is, bashing skulls and taking names. We have 4 casualties, and there's still time on the clock for them to score. So, if they can put something together and get another defensive stop, I think we might be in for a real barn burner.
And on that note, I think we should head to the field and cover the final few turns. Let's see if the Amazons can do what you say, get a stop and score at the same time. And here we go, final few turns in the game. Right off the bat, the kickoff table result is a blitz, so the defense here is allowed to move players not in tackle zones, almost like a free turn. So Amazon's getting a break on the kickoff table to try to pull an onside kick style play and get that ball back immediately. So right away they go to a blitz, a 2-die blitz, and she uses the block skill and knocks another frog down. So you can see there's not a lot of frogs left on the pitch there. The frogs are leading. That's the good news if you're a fan of the Slann. They are still leading. Amazons have to pull off a desperation play. There's still time on the clock. Boomer, how would you play this?
Well, you couldn't ask for a better kickoff result than a blitz, allowing almost a free turn to get closer to that ball. So as you can see, most of the Amazons have crossed the other side of the pitch. And a lot of that has to do with their defense knocking out and injuring so many frogs that they can cross the line of scrimmage without actually dodging or having to blitz through. So we'll see how the frogs respond, but this is really a great opportunity for the Amazons.
Well, we'll have to see. Frogs have pulled a lot of tricks out of their little bag there, and one of them that comes to mind is the Hail Mary pass, and it looks like the Slann coach is considering that. He's sort of lining up his players here, and he's declaring the pickup is good. So he is going to try to burn out the clock. It's kind of a dangerous move. If the Amazons had gotten a little bit further on the blitz play, they would be able to essentially score a touchback.
That's right, but you see him counting out the squares, so it's a little bit like a pre-measuring grip. He knows that the Amazon coach can't call a blitz on that ball.
And it looks like he's sending receivers out, so he's definitely going for the Hail Mary pass. Question is, can the Amazons do anything about it?
No.
This has been the most Hail Mary passes I've seen, and it's really interesting to see him use it as a defensive tactic to burn out the clock.
Yeah, with the players, the Amazon players going for the ball, and his skull is rolled on a block, so that will be a turnover. So if ever they had a shot, it would be now. But they are out of rerolls. So a bad go for it or a bad pickup would spell disaster. And without having the movement to actually get the blitz off, it's almost guaranteed that the Slann will pull the Hail Mary pass off. I should mention that in order to successfully use the skill, the Frogs will have to roll a 2+. So there's a slight chance that he might fumble. And if he does fumble, it would spell disaster. So Frogs are taking a little bit of a chance here. But they are taking advantage of their movement. You can see how spread out the defense is. And the Amazons are going to take out some frustration here by throwing some blocks.
7 is not through.
And then smacking another player down, unable to beat the armor that time. And they use a blitz on an open receiver, knocking him down. Let's see if they can beat the armor roll. And no. The main thing is they're unable to stop the Hail Mary play. So what would you do in this case, Boomer?
Well, he's got to throw the ball somewhere. I would have left a couple of players in the backfield to recover, because it is possible to swing the ball all the way across the pitch. We've seen it done before. And actually, early on, the Amazons had what we call a flea flicker play, where you use a pass and a handoff to really maximize your movement.
The very end of the game. Just to get the W. I don't want to do that yet.
Now it's a question of where is this ball going to land?
So it is in fact a Hail Mary pass. And he's going to throw it to an empty square, even though that's a guaranteed turnover. The idea is that the ball will be so far away from any Amazon players, they will not be able to get to it in time. Amazons have
Hold on. I might get a little greedy here.
one turn to get this, to get a score and tie it up. So another brilliant use of the Hail Mary play. And you see the coach here is pulled back his move there. He's pulled back his move, and he's considering actually throwing to an eligible catcher at this point.
Well, why not, Griff, if you have the lead and there's only one turn left? Getting that final score is just another nail in the coffin for the Amazons.
So, assuming that the Frogs go on to win this game, what do you think was the contributing factors to a loss? Because if you look at the Amazon team, they're a much better team on paper, and somehow they fell short here.
Well, it's pretty simple, Griff. It's a case of good defense versus better offense. Now, the Amazons were able to hold the Slann scoreless this entire half. The first half was marred with bad offensive plays, which the Slanns were able to recover. So it wasn't a case of bad Amazon defense. It was on offense. They just couldn't get anything going in the first half.
Yeah, and really, if you think about it, in the second half, without that interception, they might have been down 3-0 instead of 2-1.
Again, you got to credit the Amazon defense of being
putting pressure on the ball and their zone
Last turn.
actually did cause problems for the Frogs. And in the second half, they got the blocking that they wanted. Those blocking advantages. So I still think they would have scored. Maybe not. Maybe it would have taken them longer, but they would have scored. Okay, so now final turn. Amazons declare the pass. And pickup roll is good, but he fumbles the ball. And that is it. That is game. So, final score, Slann 2, Amazons 1. This is Griff Overwald signing off with Boomer Esiason. We'll see you on the next Splat Center.